Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Sunday event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and after a little bit of some computer kerfuffle, we are back live with round 2 coverage of Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. A little bit about Out of the Box Gaming. They're store local to Thomasville, North Carolina. They specialize in in-store play and some of the limited varieties of the game and a marketplace for trading card singles. I know they have it nice and all festive out. There, close enough. Christmas, they got a lot of nice decorations going and whatnot, so it's a pretty awesome. Watch them do that just recently. So pretty fun place to be fair. And also the online marketplace for them. You can buy and get trading card singles out to you, sort of like a TCG player or a Star City Games, but more of the local hometown store feel that you are used to in some of your other play areas. So we're coming out here. Our names are flipped a little bit. That is not Oscar on Bravo. That would be Oscar on the Dorinthia, but we'll get that switched. It's Roberto on the Bravo. As we get back in here on the coverage. We're coming in a little bit late as it is 37-27 already. Oscar's got himself 37 life. Roberto's got 27. As you should see that updated on your screen there. And it looks like we're all good to go until the computer decides to take another vacation. It's ready for the holidays. You know, I think Uncharted Realms might have to pick up some competent computer guys for for Christmas. Anyways, as I'm giggling over here, Crippling Crush getting meaty for 11. No Dominato. So Oscar's gonna block 8, take 3. And we'll welcome everybody back as they get back in here. For those that are watching back on the replays, the on-demand, the VODs. Sorry about having to make you jump back and forth between different videos there. Hopefully that is the last time that happens today. Oscar coming with a Dawn Blade for 4 himself. Pumps it up after Roberto Fate for Scenes for a 4. Up to 7. But Roberto, he has got the double defense. The double D's. He gets the block for 8. If you don't know what a pair of double D's are, go ahead and ask your parents. All right, I jest. We are family friendly here. Roberto, he makes a seismic surge and passes the turn. So Oscar gets himself a tempo turn, but did lose his counter on the previous one. One being turn. So we do see the equipment's going quick. Equipment is going quick in this game. Life builders are going quick as well. These players came out here quick, fast, and in a hurry, and they are just ready. Ready to throw down. You love to see it. As was mentioned in the previous, before the stream dropped down, my girlfriend is right now thrashing me in Final Fantasy. Unexpectedly, Tom Brady popped off. That's expected, but one of her tight ends ended up like 30-something points. He's like a half-rate tight end too, unfortunately. You know, like off the waiver wire. But hey, sometimes you just get there. I should say half-rate. The dude's making millions of dollars in the playing a game, so not too shabby there. So we have a driving blade. That's gonna get +3 and go again to this Dawn Blade. So that's 6 go again. Yeah, how would you pay? Would you go play a game for millions of dollars? No, maybe. I definitely would. Tell me what. I hear the I think is it the Jets kicker. He's missed all of his extra points today, or at least the last time I checked. Brand new guy, NFL debut, missing extra points straight out of the bat. He may not have a job next week. It's a rough way to do it. You want to pay me a couple $100,000? I'll go miss some field goals for you. I'll tell you what. Oscar, after that driving blade Dawn Blade, gets to go Brave Forge Dawn Blade. Roberto will throw 3 out in front of there. And he had wanted to block with that tectonic plating earlier, but then decided against it. So that's why he's able to block with it now. Then we have another Fate Pristine. That's the second one there for Roberto. Makes up a large number, aka 7. So Oscar calls it good and passes along. Roberto now 3 cards in hand, does have a Seismic, has a card in Arsenal as well. So we will likely see an attack here from Bravo. His game plan is going to be shield up for a turn, attack for a turn, rinse, repeat. As he sets up and gets to go forward. So makes the Seismic Surge. Pays 6 for another Crippling Crush. Not dominated again though. So Oscar will be able to block this up. Which means we may see another second string of attacks here from Roberto on the next turn. Waiting for him to pop that Helm of Eisen's Peak. Get an extra intellect as well for a turn. That would be pretty juicy, pretty spicy. Oscar was rocking the same equipment there. No surprise. Who do you guys have in this matchup? Now that we're well into it, do you have the Bravo or do you have the Dorinthia, the Warrior, or the Guardian Action? Oscar blocks enough to take 2, so that was actually a 9 block. I misclick there at the 10. Is it an Oscar show again? Yeah, unfortunately it is. Oscar actually, I don't know if you caught the first round there, but Oscar snuck out a win against Breyer at 1 life to a whiffed Sonata. 4 cards off the top. Sonata didn't see a single double there, and that was that. Oscar was able to come back with the Iron Song Termination for exactly lethal on the next turn. And it was so you know what? He's got some serious luck behind him. I'll tell you, that's why he's always on table 1 to start the day. Just no matter what. Somebody's looking out for the man. How are you doing? Gimpo fan, how are you doing? The guy is great though. The guy is good. I agree with you there. Roberto just goes hammer time. Doom 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 doom. Doom doom. Can't touch this. Oscar no blocks, takes the fort. No surprise there. Falls to 28. He's got himself 7 points. 7 points of life. And he gets to go 4 cards in hand. So it's going to get pretty meaty. Yeah, I agree with you. He's just always lucky in general. Doesn't matter who he's playing against. Hey, sometimes that's the way you got to be, though, right? Sometimes you just need it. Hey, my running back just ran for a touchdown. Let's go, baby. I need it. I need all I can get. It was the Bengals running back who's been thoroughly contained by the Chargers defense today. Kind of out of nowhere. Chargers defense are like 32nd in the league for coughing up running back points. So a little bit sad there. So Oscar here, after the blocks that trigger reprise, gets to go Iron Song response, give him another 3. The super tall Dorinthia today. Roberto's like, I got an answer for that. The Fate Pristine. That puts us up to 7. So Oscar, he's at 9 right now. Roberto would need another 2 to cover this. Does he have that second? He's got the double D's again. Oh my gosh. The humanity. We may not see him sneak out of this one though. No Think is the choice here from Roberto. Lets that one go. So on his turn, he might most likely just makes a Seismic Surge and passes. So Oscar arsenals a card and gets ready for his next turn. And pops the Helm. There we go. There we go. Get the extra +1 intellect. Helm of Eisen's. That's going to allow Roberto to draw 5 cards up. As his hero gains 1 intellect until the end of the turn. So hot diggity. Now, Roberto probably not too happy that he had to throw that Terra Sunder to the bottom of the deck. But that's a nice, cool new addition. Add a Tales of Aria there. Get some discard effects, get some pump effects. Just gets wild with it. Roberto's no blocks on the Naked Dawnblade, so Oscar has to fire away. Pump it up by 3. Alpha Blood up to 6. No reactions there to the Alpha Blood. Oscar says, I've got nothing else to go with. So that goes down to 15. Roberto does. Oscar jumps up 3 more life. 9-point life total swing that turn. So not too shabby there. Oh boy. Alpha Chad wants Oscar. You know he's already got the fan club. How you doing there, Chad? You having a good day? Oscar seems to be, I mean, he's matching well. This is definitely a matchup he's going to have a lot of experience with. You can kind of tell. You can kind of tell as Oscar's sitting double his opponent's life total. And at this stage of the game, when you got 30 points, that's pretty decent. Oscar is 2 good turns away from just about closing this out. Zealous Belting, that's coming in. Got a little bit of a wider turn here for Roberto. That's 5 go again. Oscar has a life total, so he takes it. Oh, you're gonna play some Blitz later, and you might catch me doing. Well, there is Clash tonight, so I might not be able to. Oh man, it's a Clash weekend for League of Legends. League of Legends Clash, a little tournament going on with that. But I'll have to catch you. Where are you playing the Blitz at? Where are you playing the Blitz at? Hit me up with that. Let me know. Oscar's a great player. That's true. Norwegian champion, actually. You know, surprisingly enough, national champion. You know, so say what you want. The man's got it going for him. Roberto here. Gains 6 life off of the double sigils. I believe he bravoed there to cycle cards out of the hands. Gets Arsenal and pass. So Roberto will go into his next turn with the Seismic Surge token and an Arsenal. Jumps up. It's 21 life, so not too bad. The kitchen table. Nice. Pretty good. I like that. I know they're running some good events as well, from what I hear. Always a good time to be able to play some Flesh and Blood. You can't hate it. But I'm gonna have to throw out some challenges to people there in our Discord. See if anybody. I gotta try out the new the Italian Nationals winners. That Kano won that. I gotta try that deck out in the Classic Constructor realm, and just have a lot of fun playing Blitz in general. So gotta throw out the gauntlet down and see if anybody's willing to pick it up. You know, I don't think anybody wants that smoke, but you know. I'm just gonna lose anyways. Yeah, they do got to. We run pretty similar. We don't do the monthly league though. We're considering throwing stuff out, but oh, hold on a second. Oscar Dawnblade stroke overpowered. All just pumping up after no blocks there from Roberto. That means that's 10. Roberto's gonna fall to 11. Ooh, big hit, but that tells me that Roberto might have a dominated crippling crush coming up, and Oscar may not have a future, a nice second turn after this. But yeah, kitchen table seems like a very fun place to play. I do have to look at getting in on that. Unfortunately, my schedule is pretty busy, but I hear a lot of good things about it. Oh, Roberto, it was a tome. He will draw 2 and gain some life back. That's why he was more than okay to hit that. He'll gain 5 life, go up to 16. And have a lot of cards to do with it. Maybe we do see that dominated crippling crush this game. Chad, what are you gonna play there in the Blitz? What are you gonna bring in? You gonna take that Briar? Actually, I do think Ira actually is still probably stronger. What do you plan on playing tonight? Roberto's still considering what he wants to do with the one floating resource and the 5 cards in hand. That's back-to-back 5-card hands here for Roberto. Well, I guess technically the same 5-card hands, to be fair, but leaning towards Oldhim. Oh yeah, great choice there. The so the fatigue Oldhim or like the attack Oldhim. Hit me up with the details on this one. I love seeing what people's tech choices are. I know the fatigue Oldhim is very strong. It just has a its strongest competitor is the clock. It's the rounds timer. I know that on the fatigue Oldhim, but it's very strong. All right, so here we go. Bravo's ability. The fact that it took a second for Roberto to kind of, plan through this makes me believe it's not directly a crippling crush. Mostly fatigue with a couple attacks to make, yeah. All right, I'm about it. Sometimes you just need a couple attacks in there to also can help you speed it up a little bit on the time, on the clock. Or get extra blocks out there that you might not necessarily get instead of leaving a card or two in your hands on that turn. I can understand. I like it. Okay. All right, that's fair. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. I think that's the biggest contenders. I know when I was play testing decks or do that, time becomes a big factor because I do like some more of the. I'm a big fan of like the combo strategies, kind of sometimes the controlling strategies. Like I'll play a tank deck up. I remember I talked a lot about the Tank Prism. Was what I was planning on playing for a little bit there in the Classic Constructed, but then ended up not able to beat the clock. It was a strong deck. So Roberto here pitches 6. So yeah, 7 total here for a Cranial Crush, leaving 2 floating. Ooh, this is potential pummel here. So not a crazy crush effect here. Deals 4 more damage. Oscar would not be able to draw cards, but that's not exactly super relevant here for our warrior player. Now 2 floating there, and the minute because Roberto took so long to plan through that, I believe he does have a pummel, and he was mathing out to make sure he had pummel available. I think Oscar probably smells it out as well. So Oscar could be on the discard, take 12, discard a card, which I could easily see being the case. This is already dominated here, so Oscar could effectively keep 3 life and go in his hand with a 2-card hand, or he wants to go with a 3-card hand as he no blocks it. It's only the blue pummel. So 10 total. Oscar will discard a card. 16 all. Roberto did a excellent job working that life total equal. It's gonna be, Chad. It's gonna be an interesting transition for you, man. Yeah, that is very true. Katsu and Oldhim play completely separate. So, but I'm always a big fan of mixing it up from time to time. And even, maybe if you don't take it up competitively to mix it up, even just your play tests or your ideas, but just getting a different feel for the game and how different decks work and their play styles, and just broadening your skill set on it. So I think that's awesome. It's always good to be able to pick a deck correctly for the meta too. So if you have other options, if you're good with the tank and good with the mid-range or aggro, you're pretty much set for picking the best deck for the day. Oscar came in for an attack for 6 on the driving blade. He did have go again, but the down blade didn't hit because Roberto blocked it up. So Oscar just passed the turn there. Roberto starts it off with a Showtime, passes the turn. Yeah, let me know how you do though. I'm interested to hear. I love hearing people's results. On how they're doing. Oh, I do know that. Oh, speaking of the girlfriend, she was beating me in Final Fantasy, but I am crushing her in Pokemon. I know. I'm getting some head shaking here, but I just made the eighth gym badge in Brilliant Diamond. Yep, Brilliant Diamond. It took me, I'm not gonna lie, it did take me like 5 or 6 tries at the Dialga because I only had like 20 Ultra Balls with me, so I had to restart quite a bit. But she's on like 3 badges, so just straight dominating that, you know. Speaking of dominate, Bravo here. I'm Showtime in that lady up, just boom. Anyways, I'm messing there. Showtime though allowed Roberto there to search his deck for Guardian Tag action card and put it into his hands. On his next action phase, Showtime will be destroyed and he'll be able to draw a card. Oh, damn, Chad, not bad. Yeah, I get to go for the league here after I get home today. In between, well, if I get a chance, again, League of Legends Clash going on tonight, so I will have to won't have a lot of time to do it, but I'm looking forward to winning that game or beating that game up, and then try my hand at some more of the competitive aspects of Pokemon. I've decided that I'm gonna try a little bit of that out. Should be fun for the video game, so might have to go back to the Sword and Shield, but may have some updates on that later on. Oscar, he's staring down the Showtime with a naked Dawnblade. Roberto goes no blocks. Doesn't think Oscar's gonna be able to get this super meaty, but Oscar says I am. He goes Razor Reflex out for blood. Up to 9 right now. No reactions here from Roberto. If Oscar gets a chance to get this go again, woo-wee, could get crazy. Roberto's done a great job this game keeping the counters off the Dawnblade, which is crucially important there. And Chad, you said you owned all of the legendaries in the game. That's pretty good. Just being able to mix and match is awesome. To just be able to like, yeah, I feel like playing this deck today. Throw it out. I typically, for my playtesting, I generally go online to a proxy site and print out proxies just for testing. To see if I enjoy it. To see if I enjoy the deck or whatever. Going into Roberto's turn, Showtime turn, that's 5 card hands. Sitting at 7. Oscar's at 16, so can't get blown out in 1 turn. Even with a pummeled crippling crush that can only make 15. Now there is the possible of maybe zealous belting craziness. Roberto might have the Spinal though. That would be pretty good. What's your girlfriend's team there, Chad? What's she favor? I guess what's her starter? That's what I want to know. I took the grass guy. I took the turtle. I know that Infernape, whatever his name is pretty strong in that generation, but I was like, you know, I have to go with the turtle as Roberto comes in with a Spinal Crush for 9. Oscar might lose go again here. It looks like he doesn't care about it because he throws the Spoils of War, which would have given him go again in front of it to just soak up some of the damage here. As Roberto pummels it, that's a red one, puts it up to 13 over 3. Oscar's going to take 10. Oh, fall to 6. 6 to 7. Roberto finally takes the life total lead. Yep, there we go. Oscar's got it there. You're not sure what she picked, though. Oh, a non-foil pulse. Oh, no. First one, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Like, I gotta throw the cold foil in there. What a shame. It's just like me. It's like, oh, I gotta play with this. I have a video. What a shame. Oh no. Hey, you're right. Hey, if that's the worst of your issues tonight, that's the worst of your issues, you know? Oh boy. I love it. So Oscar is going in with a 2-card hand here, 1 card in arsenal. Needs to find 7 damage here. Roberto does trigger Reprise. by throwing a card out of the hand to block 3 of it. So Oscar might be able to action off here. Oscar needs to pull cards out of the hand or he could just get dominated out. If he leaves, this is a crucial turn right here. Absolutely crucial turn. Oscar will not have go again thanks to the crush effect. So if Oscar's looking on, oh, he does have the reactions and not just the prior to attack pumps. So this is 6 at the moment. Roberto's thinking on the Iron Song. Here, we're gonna figure out. So yeah, I was a big fan of the turtle. I did read online that was like turtle's like hard mode or whatever, but I'm gonna be real with you. You just get a Star Raptor with it, and you don't care about the bug sections or the ice sections. You just send it. I'm telling you what, it's a great time. So I'm glad she enjoyed the Pokemon. Been enjoying it myself, and we'll see there. Oscar has a response here with the Singing Steel Blade. Roberto had no blocks for that one, and he will go and get another Iron Song. He might be. Can he get there? He's 4 over right now, needs another 3. Does he have the Iron? Well, yeah, he can get there just about anyways. All he needs is another 3. And Roberto to not have a Sigil or defense reaction. Oh, goes another Singing Steel Blade into the Iron Song. I see where this is going. Puts it up to 11. Oscar's throwing out again. Oh, man. Wow. Hold on. Roberto said it was game, but he might have a defense reaction. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Roberto's gonna block 8 of it, and he'll take 3. He said good game, but he's sitting on the defense reaction. That's okay. That happens sometimes. I've been there. Oh wait, not too often have I been there, but I'm sure I've been there once or twice. Oh boy. Roberto's 1 card in hand is likely just gonna go into the arsenal. The deck is actually looking... Oh, no. He had just already picked it up. Deck looking pretty healthy for both players. Hammer for 4. Oscar's definitely just going to take it. I don't see any reason not to. Unless he's got a card not going to do anything for him on his turn. But Oscar is sitting healthy enough. There's no extra stuff Roberto can do on this turn. Oscar's mathing out his next turn, seeing what he can do with it, and says, well, Dave, Roberto has no more cards in hand. So there's no chance of a pummel here. Yeah. Oscar feels like he doesn't need the extra resources. That's basically just 3 resources there, or 2 opt to keep one life. No, you're good, Dave. You're good. No sweaterinos. No sweaterinos there at all. We are just waiting on this. Once this match finishes up, we will go right into round 3. Just a heads up for everybody looking for the awesome coverage there. Here we got Dauntless into Dawnblade. So it's only for 4 because it was a blue Dauntless. Just tuned in. Yeah, no sweat, Dave. Dude, I couldn't tell you how many times I'll like tune in late to a match and go, what the heck is this person doing? Like, what are they doing? And then you realize, like, oh, my initial assumptions to that match were wrong. Or to where I came in on. It's like jumping in onto a conversation late. So, no, you're good. You're good. How did your match go there, Dave? How did that go? Roberto. Staunch responses, leaves 1 card in hand, blocks up for 5. Oscar has a chance to get some damage here. I definitely see why he blocked with the card. Kind of had a number. Could have opted, though, theoretically. Oscar block or calls the blocks good, Arsenal's card, and passes up. So effectively kept his health total high, and instead of the opt. Okay, yeah, fair enough there, Dave. Fair enough. Sometimes it happens that way. You know, they stop running out of. You kind of miss a little bit, lose a hair of tempo, and then you just have to grind it back out. I can't say I've been there though, because I only play the Kano. To be fair, I was playing the defensive prism, and that was a different strategy as well, where there was no early lead. It was I set up until you physically can't do any more damage to me, and then kill you with Kadachis for one, just 7 of them. But that lost to the clock way too often. I think I was 0 for 20 against the clock. Let's be real. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But you get there, you can win, but you just can't beat the clock. Roberto facing down an attack for 6, blocks for 6. Domblade does have go again. Oscar considering. Oh, yeah, Kano would frown on that one as well. Yeah, that would be pretty rough. That's a lot of life. That's a lot of life. A 6, probably 6 plus 4. It's probably 10, somewhere around the realms of 9 to 10 life. Oscar twinning blade means he's gonna be able to attack again with this Dawn blade. He could potentially even come in a 3rd time with Dorinthia's ability. Roberto, he will block for 3. Block is good, so all Oscar arsenals and passes along. Try it again to get those counters. Roberto doing a great job staying alive at 4 and threatening pressure with the hammer. It's almost like a blitz game here. We'll see if Oscar throws one card out there to keep to chip away at the life to keep himself healthy at 4 to 4, or if he takes it all and goes to 1. No blocks, wants to go to 1. Yeah, it was 10. Yeah. It's crazy. She's like, well, how are you at 50 life? It's like, please, you know, especially against Guardian players, when they gain 10 life and have like 6 block on equipment, and you're just like, you're effectively at 56 life. This game, like, I had to chunk through 56. It's insane, but that's the strength of it. You hate to see it, but you love it at the same time. Oscar, Warriors Valor Red means +3 to this Dawn Blade. On hit, go again. Roberto, though, has navigated the end of this game very well. I guess incorrectly, but now he triggers Reprise, 2 cards out of the hand. Oscar's got a chance. He's got 3 cards there with resources floating. Starts with the stroke. Up to 9. We'll draw a card and put one back top or bottom. Puts it on top. He likes it. We may see, there may also be a glint with a draw effect here as well. Staunch response from Roberto. But that's it, and a cards from hand. So the route's gonna do it. Love the route. It also might be why Oscar threw it on top, because he didn't even need to pick up the deck to put it on bottom. So 12 over 6. It means Roberto's taking 6 at the moment, unless he's got a sigil there in Arsenal. He will die. But he will also die to the on hit go again as well. Has the sigil. Look at that. Goes up to 7, falls to 1. And then Oscar will be able to come back in with the floating resources on the Dawn Blade and win the game, because the Staunch Response will not be able to block it. And look at that. Oscar got there. Roberto almost got out of that too. That was a great end of that matchup. That was a wonderful match. I had a good time watching that one. But that means Oscar wins round 2, and that closes round 2 out for us. Round 3 is literally going to get paired and sent. So we'll get ready to go. But Chad, you had a game against OTK Viscerai. Oh my god. 9th blade for 13. Pumped by Slogism with 28 rune chance. What the Jesus Christ. and you're able to live and win the game. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, if you survive through the OTK, you pretty much have it. It's kind of what Bolton found out. That's a slight problem there, but wow. I love it. That is wild to hear because you don't normally see that. That is nasty. But we're gonna get round 3 going, and we'll catch you guys soon. Legitimately, like 2 minutes, so don't go anywhere. It's probably even less than that, but we'll catch you for round 3 of Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Sunday event. I'm Brent, all alongside streamer to be named, and we're excited because it's round 3. Round 3 just means more Oscar time. It is the Oscar show today. It's the Oscar show in the Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. A little bit about Out of the Box Gaming. They're a store local to Thomasville, North Carolina. They specialize in in-store play and a marketplace for trading card singles. So if you're in the market to spice up your deck a little bit, check out Out of the Box Gaming in person or outoftheboxgaming.com. So Oscar, like I said, it's the Oscar show. He snuck out a couple wins on the back of the first 2 rounds, but Dave, he's gonna give his hand at it. He's gonna try to win this gauntlet. It's the Oscar Armory feat. Yeah, you're right there, chat. You are right. Yeah, we'll see if we can't get that pairing going on 2. We had somebody end up having a drop, so with a buy there, we'll see if we can't get them paired up. We'll see there as we'll get that admin stuff figured out. And oh my god, look how lucky Oscar is. Dave starts up with the Ravenous Rabble, finds a Channel Mount Heroic is red. I'm sorry. No, that's pretty good. That's a 0 for 4 coming in. Ravenous Rabble for 4. Chad, we had a total of 7 today. It was a bit of a smaller one. Everybody's I guess ready for the holidays. The cold foil bobble, I guess, doesn't drag up, but hey, you know what? Everybody that shows up gets a bobble, so hot diggity. I love being able to hand out prizes to everybody, so I'm a big fan of it. Usually, if it's somewhere in the realm of like 10, we usually everybody gets something. So, you know, I always like to make sure everybody's happy about it. Dave will pulse just to get a chance to go in with the Rosetta Thorn for 2 and 2. So I just wanted to get some arcane damage in. We saw Oscar. He threw out, if you're wondering why Oscar threw out some equipment there early, he's rocking his normal set of equipment. Same with Dave, but he throws the refraction boulders out there early because he will likely pop those on his next turn. Oh, no, you're good. Oh gosh, Chad, you sound like somebody else I know. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I love sleeping in on the weekends or whenever I can. Really, to be fair, I love me a good sleep in. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We'd love to see you. We'd love to see you at the event. Oscar on his tempo turn gets to do Warrior's Valor into the Dawn Blade. 6 on hit, go again. So it might not be this turn for the refraction boulders. As Dave takes it. Falls to 34. Oscar takes the life lead. It means the skull cap for Dave is now active. 2 buys. Oh no, Freddy! I'm so sorry. Hey, Freddy. I don't know if Brewtap there is around for the round. He did get the buy. He may be looking to play. Freddy's opponent unfortunately had to drop for an outside matter, but hopefully he gets a game there. I hate giving people buys. I want everybody to be able to play, but hey, you know what? 6 XP, you know, I'm not gonna say no to. I'll be real. So I mean, to me though, you know, I'm not gonna say I normally just get my XP by winning, but hey, you know, I'll leave that one out there. No, I'm always losing. That's the problem. It's always a bad day for me. So Oscar, following up his Warriors Dawnblade with a Brave Forge Dawnblade. And that will get a response out of Dave, who throws 4 in front of it and keeps the counter off. Using that equipment nicely, Dave is. Yeah, nice 2-hour break. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What was Freddie doing? Freddie was doing, you were doing something else, weren't you? Oh, I forget. I think you told John. Oh, yeah, you were watching the race. That's right. I remember. You were watching the race. You're a big Max Verstappen. You want Max Verstappen to win the championship, which he might. I haven't seen the results. I assume I don't know when the race finishes today. I haven't checked the times on it. I always watch it back on the YouTubes. Well, as I'm yapping here, though, Dave is double channel Mount Heroicing. Is that what I see here? He had double Earth to do it. Wow. I was too busy yapping about Formula 1 races. But we got Sharpened Seal in the Spoils War into Dawnblade. I mean, that's 8 go again. I am not surprised Dave's about to take all of this. When he's got +6 to all of his attacks next turn plus go again, thanks to the embodiment of lightning, he is just going to take all of it. This one's Dawnblade now on the Brave Force. Another 4. Dave's going to throw equipment on top of it yet again. Block up 2, 3, 4 of it. Looking great. Does Oscar have the pump? He does. The singing. That will pump it up, and he will go and get likely an Out for Blood or a Stroke. Oh, no, no reprise trigger there, so just the +1. No search there. Excuse me. But Dave took a lot of damage, finds himself 13 life in the hole, but double channel. Get ready for it, ladies and gentlemen. Sting of Sorcery is pitched, needs the resources. Okay, so tomorrow, out of Arsenal, that's going to draw a card here for Dave. Oh, actually. All right. I had to stop that really quick. Had to rush it. So tomorrow does need a target. So you can't play it without a target. And there's no earth or elemental there. And the graveyard for Dave. So had to put that card back. It's all good. It's no sweat. But we got a lightning surge. What is a sweat is a lightning surge for 10. With go again, thanks to that embodiment of lightning. Oscar does have some information that there is a sow there in the arsenal. Dave will actually be able to sow if he gets an earth or elemental card into the graveyard. Oscar will go no blocks, so Dave gets an embodiment of earth here, and we will continue this combat action. Ball lightning. Yellow. I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised we didn't see Dave maybe play that Sting of Sorcery. He could have potentially had extra bit, but this one's coming in for 8 + 1, so it's going to be 9 total on hit. Oscar blocks 8, so no additional one there. I would have maybe liked to have seen the Sting of Sorcery. Overload for 9. Dominate on hit. Go again. So Dave actually is just he's gonna put a resource into the Sting of Sorcery wouldn't even do anything. Or excuse me, the Rosetta Thorn would not have Arcane. Oscar takes 9, falls to 19. What a combat swing. Dave could have alternatively pitched to do a Rune Chant on any of these prior attacks. Rosetta Thorn's coming in for 2, +1 Arcane from the Rune Chant. I do think Dave actually, so theoretically it is still the same damage, 3 of it, because all of his attack action, no, because the ball lightning would have done 2 more. So Dave theoretically threatens 1 less damage that turn by not stinging, but that is a-okay. Oscar was also able to block it up. The sting would have been unblockable damage there for Oscar. But alas, not a bad turn. Both of those channels go away. And Dave will be down on 2 of those. But when you make all that damage, it's not too shabby. Not too bad there. So Oscar though, Oscar's more of a consistent strategy. Every turn's gonna look just about the same. 6 damage here, potentially up to 9 there, up to 12, whatever, 3, somewhere in the realm. But every turn consistent. Dave is gonna be a little bit more volatile on his turns, as he's got that mixture Briar with some nice overload tech. Yeah, somewhere in the Uncharted realms of what might happen. That was a good one. I stole that one. Oh boy. Yeah. If I agree with you on that one, Chad. I do agree that the ball lightning surge, I do think there was a lot left on the table for Dave there, but that's okay. Dave's still learning on it. He did let us know he's still kind of figuring it out. Yep. Could have had the double arcane. So if he wanted to use his equipment, did miss out on an extra 4 arcane, plus potential extra damage from the ball lightning pump and the lightning surge pump, to be fair. So potentially lost an additional 2 there as well. We did see the ball lightning get blocked up. So potentially just an additional 1. So potentially missed out on 5 damage, and we'll find out. We'll see what Oscar sits on after this. So we got Bramble Spark. It's fused with a tome. So +3 and 1 arcane. It was still a great turn. Yeah, you're right, Chad. It was still a money turn. All right, so now we go So Tomorrow. Channel Mount Heroic is the target there. That goes to the bottom. That means Dave will draw a card. I like it there. 1 second. Alrighty there. All right, had to get the so in the correct spot, but that's okay. That is a-okay. This is still gonna be a money turn. E-strike here is gonna be +3 in 1 arcane with draw a card. It already has go again thanks to the embodiment of lightning. Great choice to draw a card because Briar rocks 0 for 4 attacks, so 2 would make the E-strike only 7. So it's more effective to draw the card you put back under, or draw a card to replace the card you put under, if it already has go again, or you want to use your Snapdragon Scalers for it. So not too shabby. 1 arcane and 8 damage. Go again here. You gotta love the Briar. I'm a huge fan of the Bramble Spark. I was a huge fan of it in the limited sections. I would always go with a Earth Briar strategy with a Bramble Spark Stir. I just ran on that. It was wild. Briar and Blitz can get there pretty good too. Dave puts another card on the bottom. Goes E-strike. This one's gonna probably +2. I don't imagine he wants to risk it for the draw. He could though. He could draw. He does. He draws a card that will allow him to have information on if he wants to pop this Snapdragon Scalers or not. So 5 damage coming at Oscar, who finds himself at 17 life, has 5 life to the positive. Could take this and rock even. He likely wants to keep some cards in hand. That leaves Oscar right now with 2 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal, with 2 counters on the Dawnblade. Really tells me that Oscar's considering just eating this up. Oh boy, you drafted Briar in the skirmish. Yeah, I got 3rd. Solid. Whoa, 5 card hand for 21 damage. Yeah, I believe it though. I believe it. I could show you some straight nutty Bramble Stark stirs. I multiple times. I actually, so I played in What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. What was it? 5 pre-releases or 4 pre-releases? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, twice on Sunday. 4 pre-releases. And I played Oldham in one of them, made top 8, and then Briar for the rest of them got second, first. And then I played in another sealed event for a creators league and got first with Briar there. Briar was just super strong. And on the back of, I had a couple double Bramble Spark, or just even a single Bramble Spark, didn't even matter, into a Stir. Both of them fused with Earth. And then into a Rosetta Thorn after that. Was absolute. I had some absolutely nutty turns. It was disgusting. Oh, your combination with Sting of Sorcery, Bramble Spark, Red Fused. Yeah, not surprised there. Explosive Growth, though. I was a big fan of that. People in draft do not respect the Explosive Growth. I had a couple Explosive Growths table on me and Nationals. Came back around. I was like, oh, don't mind if I do. I'll take that. Thank you. There was 3 other Briars playing. 3 other Briars in that pod, too. Well, I guess 2 other Briars, including myself, because I was obviously playing Briar. Yeah, that is absolutely nasty. Chad, I love it. I love seeing this. So, we're going back into Dave's turn. He's sitting... Oh, no, excuse me. We're still in Oscar's turn. We're sitting 4 life down here for Oscar. A very, you can say Oscar's pretty lucky and he's winning, but he's had very difficult games in all 3 of his rounds. It's pretty great to watch. I've been having a great time watching this, just back and forth flesh and blood gameplay. Nobody's just getting straight blown out, even with the Briars in here. Something to consider there. So we got Courage Pass, which means the Dawnblade swings are going to be coming in for free because they reduce cost by 1. They only have 1 cost. So Oscar pitched to play the Warrior's Valor, which is going to be a +3 on the Dawnblade, and on hit go again. So 8 on hit go again. Dave blocks for 8. Ooh. I hope Oscar does have a attack reaction here. Or otherwise, Dave guessed correctly and just gets to neuter this turn thanks to those embodiments of Earth. That's also the strength of Briar there. Yeah. Yeah, very true, Chad. Very true. I think those embodiment of Earth did wonders there, making those non-attack actions pretty much defense reactions of the block for 4. That's the strength of Briar there. Dave snuck out of that with 2 cards in his hand. And just nutty. So Entwine Lightning, revealing Ball Lightning. That's 4 go again. And that Ball Lightning will also threaten 4. So Oscar will have to respond at least to one of these cards. My guess is he takes the 4, blocks the 3 on the Ball Lightning. No, wants to block 4 on the Entwine. And then Ball Lightning coming in for 3. So Oscar throws 2 cards. So we're into our blitz game match. We're into our blitz game here. We're 2 for 2 in. So we're into, as Doctor Strange would say, we're in the end game now. And there's one possibility to win. For which player? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. So, Oscar, Sharpened Steel, Dawnblade. Those were the 2 cards he had in hand. That's actually a Sigil was in his hand, too. Look at that. 3 life. Oscar Tekken here to not go for the 3 life. Wanting to put pressure on, which I actually really like. I think you do need to pull cards out of the... you got to pull cards out of the Briar hand. That 3 life would have just got ripped away. You even look at that Force of Nature there that was used to block, and had he just 3 lifed it and went on, it would have got straight ripped away. So, Ball Lightning for 1. Oscar right now lamenting the fact that he doesn't have any more block available to just get a nice cheeky easy prevention on this. Might take 2. Calls no blocks. He's just what he wants to do. Takes 2. Falls to 6. We do know that Oscar has one of his sigils at the bottom of the deck. Snatch out of Arsenal there. On hit, draw a card. No other cards in hand here for Dave, so this is potentially just eatable. We'll make another embodiment, though. We saw what happened last time with the double embodiments. It took off 2 counters from the Dawnblade. So there's definitely going to be some hard considerations there from Oscar's. As these embodiments stack up, it gets difficult for Dorinthia to do some action because there's just so much value on the block for Dave. Oscar goes naked Dawnblade. Dave throws, let's say he has 2 embodiments out there, gets to throw two non-attack actions out. Gets the block for 8. Covers an attack reaction coming in. Just for 2 anyways. So you love it. Now the downside though is that Dave does have the potential to non-bow out on the cards. You know, look at Ball Lightning, that blocks for 0. Some of the other lightning cards only block for 2 as well. So something to keep in mind there. There is always a chance that Dave just draws a non-bow hand. And Oscar takes it from there. But we'll see what Oscar can do now with all of the cards available. 5 intellect to start this turn. 4 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal. The one out of arsenal is the Warrior's Valor red. So +3 on hit, go again. Dave takes it. Does not use the double embodiments there. I'm surprised on that one. He might not have drawn non-attack actions. Uh-oh. Wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. Did this get willed into existence? Oscar doesn't need the help. Fate, please. Oh, I joke. Oscar might be able to sneak away out of this one. He's got the Dawnblade to be able to come back in if he wants. He's considering right now what he wants. And how he's going to be able to string together these attack reactions and what pump he can get away with early. Oh boy, Dave's looking at 6. This is Oscar says I'm going all attack reactions here. Dawnblade for 3. Dave is gonna have to he's gonna have to respect this. Will have to block with at least something. I mean, might not have to respect it, but yeah, no, there's a stroke. It didn't block. Could be a sigil. Oh man, do you think Dave rocks the double sigil? Does he slow roll a double sigil of suffering? No! Dave risked it. No sigils. Oh, 4 non-blockers. I told you that might happen. Dave, can you show us for the camera? Because we was literally just talking about it. Oh my god, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you. It's possible. It happens. Ball lightning, ball lightning, ball lightning, amulet of earth. And Oscar gets another one. Gets another one in the books. Another notch. Oh no. What an ending. Wow, yeah, brutal it was. Oh no. I mean, it would have been a great attack back, to be fair. Would have gotten some cards, but oh man, especially with Oscar being at 2, but wow. What an ending. Holy smokes. I would thought for sure maybe we might just be getting a slow roll double red or a double sigil of suffering. Maybe. But no, oh my god, Oscar takes it in round number 3 against a non-blocking Briar Hands to just get Lady Luck's through, you know. A little bit of help from Lady Luck, I think, in that one. But that's Oscar for you. Did excellent. Dave had a great game there though too, and what a finish. Did not think it was going to end like that. Now Oscar is showing us here that he could have gone even higher. So even on a 3 block, Oscar could have. I think even on a 6 block with what I'm seeing here. Let's see, stroke makes it 6. Then the Singing Steel Blade allows Oscar to go get another 3 pump to get a total of 6, 7 plus 3, 10 total. So if Dave blocked 6, he would have survived, but that would have required 2 cards and just didn't have it. Wow, what just absolute wildness there. I guess there's also the idea that Oscar could have also not played a stroke and gone route on the Singing Steel Blade. Yeah, you beat me to it, Chad. You 100% beat me to it. Could have also just gotten a route and pulled out the... He did have the resources if he doesn't stroke. And just goes singing into route. So he would have +4, but then -3 on the block there from Dave. So effectively 7 pump as well. I guess it's the same. I guess it's the same rate though. To be fair, the same rate. But wow, what an ending. That we're just waiting on one game there, and we'll be able to get into it'll be prize giveaway plus round 4 action. That's what's coming up. So don't go anywhere. If you're having a great time, hit that like button and then come join us in the Discord. We'd love to see you in one of our events. And if you just want to chat, want to hang out and have fun, catch some random pickup games throughout the week, by all means. Actually, I think they just finished up. We might be going right into prize giveaway. So give us a second here to set that up, and we'll catch you guys quick, fast, and in a hurry. And we'll see if the computer crashes again here at the end of the round like it did last time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Sunday event. It's the Oscar Show Feet Out of the Box Gaming's Armory Classic Constructed. Brought to you by us, Uncharted Realms. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named. We're excited because it's round 4 coverage. We're moving, we're grooving, just like Friday, blitzing through these games. Having a great time while we're doing it. The games have been quick, the games have been fast, but they have been absolutely awesome and explosive. This has been great. We haven't had a dull game yet, so it's been a wonderful Sunday afternoon / Sunday evening for some of the rest of our players, so I cannot complain. But before we get into round 4 action, a little bit about Out of the Box Gaming. Out of the Box Gaming is a store local to Thomasville, North Carolina. They have in-store play of the draft and sealed variety, and a marketplace for trading card singles. So if you're looking to update your decks now, to be fair, if you're looking to play anything card game variety wise, that's the MetaZoo, the Yu-Gi-Oh, the Pokemons, the Magic, you can find it at outoftheboxgaming.com. Yes, I did say MetaZoo for some of you MetaZoo collectors. So check out Out of the Box Gaming in person or at outoftheboxgaming.com. So we have Freddie. He was a turn 1 player. He did some dumb shenanigans. Arsenal card, passed it up. Oscar was able to block it up and go into his turn with a Spoils of War Dawnblade. This one's coming in for 5 on hit, or just 5 go again. 1 resource floating. Freddie goes no blocks. We may just get a meaty race and have a good time. Oscar then comes in naked Dawnblade for 3. Oscar's looking for the counters. The kind of the last meaty hero Oscar played against, he was unable to really get those counters. That was against that Bravo matchup in round number 2 that we saw. But Freddie might have a different strategy here. Block 6. No, so he definitely just wants to... Ooh, the overpower. Oh, man. Sometimes Oscar just has it. Freddie not too excited about that one, because that's going to pump up by 6 over on the 3. Makes 9 total over the 6. So Freddie will take 3, fall to 32, and Oscar will get that sought after counter on the Dawnblade. Pretty good. So how are you guys doing? Are you guys still doing all right? Who do you have in this matchup? Anybody want to put their money down? Do we have the Oscar or do we have the Freddie? I usually vote for Oscar when he's on the tempo turn. When he's the turn 2 player there. He usually comes out on top. The tempo matters just so much in that Dorinthia matchup that it just gets crazy where you can blow somebody out with the attack reactions or whatever. Just having the opportunity to do that on the tempo is really good. Oscar here, Spoils of War. Dawnblade coming in for 6. That was after a Command and Conquer from Freddy. And was blocked up. So Freddy's staring down 6 go again. Yet again. Like I said, Dawnblade Dorinthia just is very consistent with the turns. It's not super crazy. It's not explosive. It's not like the Kano, which I talk about so much. With you got these high damage potentials. Not like the Briar, either Earth or Lightning Briar, where you can get some meaty attacks, but some of your other turns might or might not combo out. But it is just a straightforward, consistent 6+ damage turn. Sometimes it's all you need. Consistency is key in long games, and that's why Oscar does very well, on top of the fact that he's just also a very good player. So something to consider there. Freddy, he's a good player himself. Gonna try to do what he can on the Brute. See if he can't bite himself off a piece of that warrior action. Just go ahead and try to take that W, knock Oscar out from winning, because he is still undefeated through for our events from Friday. Went undefeated in Friday and is so far undefeated today. So maybe Freddy can give him a good run for his money. Oscar definitely started sweating a little bit in the previous rounds. It got close, but snaked it out there. So Freddy blocks up, prevents the second counter from being added to the Dawnblade. Oscar's counter stays on because it did at least hit this turn. Freddy would just sigil, double, climb back up to 32 Arsenal, and then pass the turn. His Tunic is now at 3 counters there, so he has the resource available there should he want it. Courage here for Oscar. We're looking for a huge turn. Courage into Sharpened, into Dawnblade. Didn't have to pitch nothing. Is that Briar on the top of your screen there? Like, hello? 7 coming in for free. 3 from the Sharpened Steel, 3 from the Dawnblade, plus an additional 1 thanks to that counter. Freddy will block 6. Can throw the Skull Cap on top of that if he wants to get the full 7. Freddy might also have defense reaction. He's going to bait for Scene. Pump that up to 10. So Freddy's got 1 card left in hand. With the Brute, though, the problem with Brute that Brute usually runs into, which is a little bit easier for them to do in Classic Constructed than Blitz, is the fact that they need kind of 3 cards in hands, or 3 cards in total to work with. A card to pitch, a card to discard, and a card to actually attack with. Oh, Freddy, all defense reactions here. He is trying to get that counter off. I like it. Oscar just has the other overpower. Oh, man. That pumps us all the way up to 19. Freddy could only block 17. Takes 2 there. And then Oscar will swing Dawnblade again for 4. He's going to get that counter because there's absolutely nothing Freddy can do here to block it. And Freddy's considering, I mean, he does have 4 on block, to be fair. He would have to lose that crucial Tunic, and he will take the 4, fall to 26. Oscar takes an 11-point life total lead as he loses his courage for the rest of the game and has 2 counters now on the Dawnblade. So, wow, Oscar gets a full tempo turn on that as well, though, because Freddy has no cards in hands. It has to just draw up and pass. So Oscar gets to go Iron Song Termination. Oh, no. The Humanity +1 and Dominate until the end of turn this Dawnblade now has. Coming in for 6. Dominate with 2 floating. At this point, we may just see the Dorinthia kind of run it over with not much Freddy can do. He tried to get all of those counters off, but we'll try to get the counter off and try to block up. Had a great turn, made 17 block. Imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, 17 block. You know, I was saying that the Warrior didn't really get explosive with it, but you know, I kind of lied there. Oscar made 19 damage on a single attack. Talk about explosiveness right there. All thanks to the reaction. So Freddy took the 6. Oscar pops the refraction boulders and then came in with another 6. So 2 pieces of equipment down here for Oscar, but definitely well used. As Freddy now attempts to stay alive. Blocks 3. There is Dominate there. That does trigger Reprise, though. So Oscar strokes. +3. Can look at the card on top of there and choose put one from his hand back on top or bottom. He likes it. Puts it back on top. It may just be, and honestly, may just be the same card that it came off the top. Freddy takes 6, falls to 14. The Dawnblade gets a counter again up to 3. Oh boy. Our Dorinthia is just running away with this. Freddy's going to try to equal out the life totals here. The nice thing about Brute sometimes now in Blitz, right? So we talked about the constructed where they're able to use their health as a resource and keep cards in hand to be able to go off. In Blitz, the Brute can sometimes just one-shot on the back of barraging beatdowns and the like of intimidating all the stuff out. But here we have Freddy coming in for an attack for 7 after 1 intimidate there. Oscar no blocks it to 30, and Freddy will have to pass the turn, so that intimidated card goes back in the hands. Oscar now has 4 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal, and 3 counters on the Dawnblade. It's like he's swinging with it twice on the same time. And then we have a Driving Blade and Dawnblade, so that's 9. Go again. Oh boy, Freddy's only out here is to block everything and try to pull the counters off. That's exactly what he does. Blocks 12, leaves actually 1 card back. It might be a non-blocker. I would have thrown the thrown everything at it, the whole house, the whole shebang. Potential defense reaction there in Freddy's hands. I'm being gracious. I'm being pointed out. You kind of hope. We'll see if oh man, Oscar's gonna be able to get up above it though. Maybe even. Anyways, up to 15. Thanks to that red overpower. There we go. Fate Foreseen up to 16. So right now, Freddy has it. If Oscar has the Iron Song response, though, oh, it's good. Freddy survives. Freddy breathes a huge sigh of relief and says, finally, oh man, wow. Oh boy, you feel for Freddy. So Freddy did a great job. Tried it a turn prior, so still took a lot of damage, but this time it got it. Second time's the charm on this one here. And Oscar will try to restart the engine that was 3 counters on the Dawnblade, which was just super scary. I was worried here. And Freddy now has a lot more options, a lot more ability to go about it. He blocks 9. Wait, yet again. Okay, Glint, give it go again. Now Oscar will need Twinning Blade here if he wants to swing with it. Also potentially just trying to draw the card. Checks his discard, which tells me Singing Steel Blade might be on the menu. Freddy's got 1 card in hand, 1 in arsenal. We know he plays a lot of defense reactions. As we wait for Oscar to plan this one out. He's making a, you could say he's a sand sketching a plan. Ooh, no, not 2 on the nose, 2 on the nose. All right, Iron Song Razors and the Singing Steel Blade. There we go. So the go again's not gonna matter on that glint. Unless Oscar actually goes for another glint here to draw a card to be able to pitch for that Dawnblade coming in to hunt for the counter. It's possible. It's very possible. And Freddy could go into a complete defensive fatigue strategy here if he wants. We'll see what Oscar chooses. He could go for damage, or he could potentially go for another glint, but that might hurt future turns though. Something to keep in mind. Oscar right now, if he thinks Freddy's sitting on another defense reaction, he would want to, oh, has the route. So that's going to do it anyways, because there's a blue in the hands. Look at that. I forgot he had one in the hand. I thought he was out of cards. That's my bad there. Oscar now gets to choose a card to put back to the hand if he wants. He doesn't have to, though. Oscar returns the pack hunt back to the hand. Oscar's coming in for 13 over 6 block. I think there maybe is an idea there that you let him keep the card out there on the chain. I think you actually let him keep that, because you know that card's coming back down on the 3. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the route there, to be fair, but Oscar wanted to make sure that there was no defense. Actually, no, it turns out it was the right call, because sink below puts that up to 10. And Freddie will take 3. So had Oscar left the defense on there, this down play would not be coming back in again. And the pack hunt's going to block it to prevent the counter. So Oscar put Freddie on defense reaction, and Oscar was right. That's why he's a Norwegian champion. And I'm just the random voice online, so that talks about Wizard too much. Freddie just throwing the club at it, and he's romping around. Oscar takes it up 26. Freddie passes it. So Freddie, he's in more. If he's looking for an out in this game, is going to be in the fatigue strategy, or at least just try to wait to see if Oscar nombos on a hand. But it's not this one, because we have a hit and run paired with a Steel Blade Supremacy. On hit, draw a card. This is going to be pumped up with go again. It's a red hit and run, by the way. Blocks are good though. That was enough to cover the 8 there. So Oscar calls it good. Arsenal's a card, passes away. Freddie will also just Arsenal and pass. So Freddie did not make a rate there, unfortunately, in the fatigue game. So that might not even be a viable strategy, all things considered. As we'll see Oscar, what he does with his complete tempo turn. There's a Blue Warrior's Valor, +1. On hit, go again. Coming in for 4 on this Dawnblade. There's a great break point, though. Freddie blocks 6. I imagine we'll see a fire off of a +3. Yeah, out for blood coming in. Up to 7 for Oscar. On hit, go again. His next attack will get +1. Does Freddie have it? He does. A reckless swing. Oscar will take 2. And Freddie blocks it all up. Now, Oscar does have a chance to continue off here. There's only 3 block over. So if he has another overpowered double Iron Song response, would also get there. But no, Oscar calls the block good. And just draws 3. Freddie will have to just draw up as well. Freddie's had this tunic on 3 for a while now. I think if Freddie ends up going back and rewatching the video, he may try to tech choose another chess piece, something that might come in more value, at least for this matchup. So Warriors Valor red, +3 on hit, go again. So Domblade's coming in for 6. Freddie right now is not winning the fatigue game there, as I mentioned now. So it looked like that was not going to be a viable route. Freddie no blocks it, falls to 5. Dawnblade has go again. Oscar's got 1 resource floating in his resource pool at the moment. 2 cards in hand and a card in arsenal. Brave Force to pump up the Dawnblade for the next attack. And then Oscar also wants to pump up the next attack by a hit and run. So another +1 there with go again. Oh boy. Coming in for 5. And if Oscar has the twinning blade here, Freddy blocks 6. Oh, tell me. Oh, no. With the 2 floating? Is this Twinning Blade? Okay, just out for blood. Actually, this. Oh, no, that was the other Alfred Blood. Sorry. That was a Warrior's Valor turn. I was like, shouldn't there be another +1 there? But no, there should not. Freddy here, though. He pumps that up on his block with another defense reaction up to 10. Covers it. But he did still take 6 that turn. And is not able to put any pressure back. 24-5 is our life totals here. As Freddy romping clubs it yet again. 24-5, if you wouldn't mind there. Oscar takes 4, falls to 20, actually. There we go. 20-5. Got that updated. Sometimes the display's a little slow there, fellas. You gotta realize, you gotta, kind of spell it out for the display a couple times. Both literally and figuratively on that. Nah, I'm jesting here. Oscar, another full grip to work with. Nothing in Arsenal this time though, so that's neat. It's neat-arinos. Just the straightforward. Still has the skull cap and the Brave Force bracers Oscar has to buck with. So a potential extra 5 life in block just from that alone. Freddy's got 1 block left on a scab skin, which he has yet to be able to roll. Due to just the oppressive nature of this Dawn Blade Dorinthia. So, Sharpened Steel plus a Dawn Blade means this attack comes in for 6. It does not have Go Again at the moment. And we know Oscar, at least 1 glint is gone. Maybe has a couple more cycling back around. But I would not be surprised if Oscar's just looking to pump this up over and get the damage out. Freddy blocks 9. Oscar calls it fine. Arsenal's a card, and passes away. So Oscar doesn't believe he could have made it over. Does not believe he could have made it over the 9. So Freddy gets a chance here to have 1 card in hand, 1 in Arsenal, and it's the club. No blocks from Oscar. He falls to 16. Freddy's chipping back away here, fellas. Hold on. Don't go anywhere too soon. It is possible. Got it. There's a little gnat that came in. But we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. All right, so Oscar spoils the board, Dawn Blade. This is 5 Go Again. Yeah, I hate to bug you about that, but oh man. But I thought that was pretty good. I enjoyed that one. Freddy's considering how he wants to block this. Freddy's looking to try to come back. Okay, so Oscar, all things considering, if Freddy does get a turn to come back in, Oscar is starting to get down to a point where Freddy might be able to find himself a intimidation turn. We'll need a lot of cards in hand to do that with, though, and will not likely get the chance to fire it off to do it. The club strategy has sort of been working out. Freddy did take a lot of damage for it, but block 6. Here we go. Freddy short blocking it, not going up to his usual 9. So taking a bit of a risk here. Again, could have thrown the scab skin on top of that to go to 7 and the tunic go to 8. Oh, Oscar! With the not seen very often Nourishing Emptiness. I say not seen very often because I believe he only runs the one of in the deck. So Freddy now he's throwing everything on top of it. 2 block there from equipment. Oh, he might be able to block this with a defense reaction at a hand. Sink below up to 6. He did. But Oscar does get the tunic and the scab skin leathers there. So not too shabby. It's still got equipment attrition. Freddy, arsenals, and passes. Not much he can do. He's staying alive. I mean, he goes up to 8 thanks to a sigil. So, gain some life. So, 16-8 as Freddy clings on. He was romping about earlier, but right now it's all in the he's in the danger zone. Danger zone being Oscar can get up to over 8 on the block sometimes, so we'll see. Oscar can pump it up. So Freddy's got to tread very carefully here, kind of see what he puts Oscar on. He super plussed up by not over blocking the previous turn, and was able to get block on the Nourishing Emptiness too. All right, so Oscar here has the Driving Blade plus the Dawn Blade. Critically there, we see red and a yellow going into the pitch zone. So Oscar, he's not going to run out of juice anytime soon. So as this game goes later and later, he will have those critical spells coming back around. Or critical actions. You know, this isn't magic. They're not spells. They're actions. These are heroes going at it. For me, they're all spells, though, because I'm the wizard. But you're a wizard, Harry. You're a hairy lizard, Hagrid. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's out of the blue. Freddy blocks 6. Oscar says that's good and passes the way. Oscar himself, now that he may be able to walk into, may be able to fatigue Freddy out. But Freddy's going to be able to club if he wants. Does have 2 cards in hand. Took a very big gamble there. It gets to club for 4. Leaving 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal. He does have the scab skin leathers. But opting not to have done that. Which tells me that maybe a defense reaction in hand. And or in arsenal. Freddy playing the fatigue old him strategy. He might be a big fan of that deck. Have to talk to him. We'll have to talk to him afterwards about it to see if that's more his, if he's if that's his cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? So Oscar, naked Dawnblade. Ooh, scary pump up effects. Freddy short blocks it. But to be fair, if Oscar can't find 12 total here on the dash of this Dawnblade to get the kill this turn, Freddy's gonna have 3 cards in hand and 1 in arsenal. Oscar's sitting at 12. A handful of barraging beatdowns and a club could end the game. Stroke of Foresight plus 3. That does have the reprise, so Oscar will be able to cycle a card. He drew 1 and puts it back on top. Okay, he likes it. 6 right now. Freddy's looking at this. Does not have go again on this Dawnblade. Freddy can take this. If I'm Freddy, I say, all right. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, a movable yellow out of hand. Blocks for 9. So yeah, no, Freddy is just all in on the club. He would be a huge fan of Max Thomas's Fatigue Oldheim. I promise you that. You would likely be a huge fan of it. It's the same strategy. But you have the Crown of Seeds and the Shield to be able to block an additional more, so you actually win the Fatigue strategy. Freddy's just going with that club, though. It's basically the same way. The Winter's Wail, the club, they attack for both for 4. The Winter's Wail, though, gives you that Frostbite token, potentially. It's the extra block that distinguishes the Oldheim from the Brute player there. So I love this take on the Brute. Great stuff there. Makes me wonder if Freddy really wants the Scabskin Leathers and Gambler's Gloves, or maybe he would have been more happy with more armor. With more armor to work with. So Oscar, Sharpened Steel, Dawnblade, stroked it. Take that out of context. To go up to 9. So Freddy's right now taking 3. Freddy calls no defense reaction, has 2 cards in hand. Right now, Freddy will fall to 5. Oscar has 2 cards in hand and reprise trigger, so he can most definitely make. Definitely make 5 damage. Iron Song response plus a 1 cost card, but he routes it. Actually, hold on. Here we go. Route's gonna put this up to 12. Send the blocks down to 3. So that right now is we're looking at lethal. $12/3. Freddy's gonna have, yep, another reckless swing. Freddy discards a 6 power. Oscar will take 2 down to 10. This game actually got way closer than I thought it was going to be here at the end. I'm a big fan of all of our games today. Freddy will take 5, fall to 3. That's a very tough break point to be at on the Naked Dawnblade swing / 1 pump up effect. But Freddy does have a chance to put some pressure back on and arsenal a card with the club. The club. Oh, it does not have the resources to keep one there in arsenal. It has to double pitch for the club. But still coming in for 4. Oscar will take it. And it's a very close game here. Oh, man. I'm loving this. Who saw this one coming? As I get the report on my phone that 2 of my players in the Final Fantasy are potentially now questionable for being injured. Unfortunately, they're also both on the team I support, the Bengals, Burrow and Mixon, both two good fantasy producers as well. Potentially injured for next week, which is crazy because I actually need one more win. I'm winning in on playoffs here for my Final Fantasy group, and I lost by 1 point the other week, and I lost by a couple weeks prior to that to one of the guys in a heads up. It lets him guarantee be in. So I'm in a awkward spot because I'm about to lose my girlfriend too, who I helped draft and figure out her team stuff. So a little sad. Oscar came in for an attack for 8 after the Steel Blade Supremacy and Dauntless. Freddy blocks up 9 arsenals and passes there. Freddy's deck is thinning out. He is less than a third left on that deck. By my count there. It's a rough count, but the fatigue will come quick, but we have a very close game, and this is just wildly unexpected. So I'm about it. Well, I say that because you look at it, Oscar had like 30 something. He had like almost double the life total, right? Yeah, it was a lot. But Freddy was like, Freddy was staring down 3 counters, had taken a lot of damage, and Freddy just was able to wonderfully navigate back through the game. And he tried twice to get those counters off, and he got it the second time. But man, was it a challenge, and to work it back down to within 3 life here at the end of the game is just crazy good. Now Freddy blocks 6. Oscar's gonna have to determine how he wants to go about pumping this up. Freddy is known to have a lot of defense reactions, so Oscar does need to keep that in mind. Ooh, Oscar's just gonna sigil, go up to 12, and Freddy gets to go back to his turn. 2 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal. We may actually see our first attack. Oh, that deck is so thin though here from Freddy. The fatigue. I was completely incorrect. Freddy could not go for a fatigue strategy. Oh, finally the Scabskin's Leathers 1 time. Gets 2 action points there. Freddy's got 2 cards in hand. Tome of Feigned Awe. So that will draw 2 there. Freddy's got 3 cards now in hand to work with. 1 in arsenal. Actually, no, should have 2 cards in hand because he started with 2, 1 in arsenal. And it's just the club. Coming in for 4. He did not like the attack, so Freddy was not able to use the the extra action point. And the floating resources means that Freddy actually can't even pitch for that. So can't cycle that card out. And Oscar will no block it. Take 4. Now Freddy could. I mean, he still has an action point here, but the club is a once per turn action, unfortunately. So Freddy's just going to have to draw 2 cards up and pass the turn. Oh, man. Hey, the one time with the Scabbies, though, I didn't need them, but the one time. Freddy just was not happy with what that tome turned up. No, I guess the tome used the action point. The club used the action point. Excuse me there. He did not have any remaining action points, but Freddy was not happy that it was just a club turn. I think he was looking for something a little bit more spicy. And he needed it. He needed it. Now Oscar has 5 cards to work with, 4 in hand, 1 in arsenal, because he was able to use his health to take 4. Freddy fans the deck out. I counted 5, 6 maybe, somewhere in that, plus or minus 2 in that range. I know it's not on the lower end of that. I know there's at least 5 in there. But all right, Oscar hits and runs. Dauntlesses. Oh boy, meaty, and is gonna start taxing. Freddy's gonna be taxed on this next defense reaction. So plus up. This is for 6. Go again. The hit and run plus pump effect is not active because this is the first weapon attack for the turn, but it is still go again on this Dawnblade. So 6. Go again. And you have to pay the tax, man. We got to give Freddy a lot of credit for staying relevant in this game. All things considered, has had a great performance here. Blocks for 3. Oscar goes no reactions. Doesn't need to fire anything off right here, as he still has lethal on the attack. And Freddy's going to determine how he wants to defense reaction this. I think Freddy might have short blocked this. Freddy blocks 7, gets to opt 1, leaves it on top. Doesn't have a lot of choices, to be fair, but that one he will leave on top. All right, so Oscar gets to Singing Steelblade. Most likely into a route or overpower. Or I'll just be completely wrong. It's a Razor's Reflex. That tells me that Oscar doesn't think that his Dawnblade's going to hit for that go again effect. That tells me Oscar doesn't believe his Dawnblade would hit so that he could use that go again. It's also possible Oscar is out of other like Iron Song Response or any other stuff like that to go get. What would be like Iron Song Response would be the perfect pump there to potentially use your one there. But alas, that's just the way it is. Oscar might be running out of these reactions, but Freddy's running out of cards in the deck. He will have to pass the turn. Draws 4, has 4 cards in. Yeah, so I was just about on top of it on that call when you add in the pitch that went to the bottom. So not too shabby there. But Oscar's going to try to close it out. Needs to find 3. Freddy, those run out of time. Freddy's running out of time. AKA time being deck. Running out of energy, so to speak. So, Sharpen Steel, it's of the blue variety. So, +1. This Dawnblade's coming in for 4. That's pretty good for Freddy. We'll see if he has any 4 block on offense reactions yet, though. He doesn't. Freddy blocks 5. Doors open here. Oscar arsenals and passes. Is Oscar potentially out of attack reactions? We'll have to check the graveyard. Does Freddy get there? Barraging Beatdown. Oscar has to... We'll have to intimidate a card out, and then Freddy gets to club. for 4 or potentially 6 if not blocked by 2. I imagine Oscar throws 2 in front of it. Oh no. Oh, double shunt. Oscar, the humanity. At least it wasn't a triple shunt, okay? At least it wasn't a triple shunt. The block's good there for Oscar. So Oscar will just pitch this one. Gets his Intimidate card back. Has 2 cards in hand. How funny would it be if that was a 3rd shunt that got intimidated away? It wasn't. But Dauntless is going to tax the next defense reaction. And then Dawnblade coming in for 6 now against Freddy. But Freddy is going to be able to survive through this turn with only 2 cards. And then have 2 cards available. So there's still a chance here for Freddy with 2 cards. If this is like, I don't know, another barraging, I still don't think he gets there, to be fair. But Freddy pumps for 4. 1 card in hand, so Oscar definitely can't get blown out here. Oscar will block 2 with the bracers. Could also just throw the skull cap out there anytime, to be fair. It's definitely not getting below Freddy's life total, because if that's the case, Freddy would lose. Or, excuse me, Oscar would lose. So, Remembrance means Freddy gets some stuff back. So, the deck gets a little bit thicker. But it's like going from a toothpick to a tongue depressor. Freddy chooses a handful of cards there. And chooses a barraging beatdown and whatever. Freddy doesn't even need to worry about going ridiculous. They go shuffle in the deck and he will draw them. So Freddy at least has some action cards. Now we know that he's not he might have 1 defense reaction there in hand. This one is the Red Warrior's Valor, the Red Warrior's Valor, and the Dawnblade. That's 9. Freddy blocks 9. And Freddy will club. Club for 4. We're going to 2-1 here. Does Oscar just draw the shunt and wrap this up for us? Oscar's now considering blocking. I like it. Just takes 1 now. Oscar does down to 5. He could have taken the extra, but that would have left him potentially dead to Reckless Swing. I mean, we know he doesn't have it, but Oscar now is 1 pumped attack away from ending this game. We have 4 go again here. Freddy blocks for 6. That's exactly it. And then Oscar will win it on the next turn as Freddy. We go to Freddy's turn. Freddy has nothing to do. No cards to draw up. And then Oscar gets to go back on his next turn and swing back in with the Dawnblade for 3 and get there. Wow. That got way closer. That got way closer than I thought. But great finish there. Great finish there by both players. Freddy did an excellent job hanging on. I think Freddy would really enjoy the fatigue on him. I think he would. But that closes us out here, guys. It was a pretty quick one today and a fun one today. I'm gonna tell you, no snooze fest like the old him v old hims that we've seen before. I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, so maybe I shouldn't encourage Freddy to play old him. I'm gonna be real. It was way more interesting to watch the Brute do it. I love that Brute strategy. That was great. That was awesome. You don't see it much, but it shows the range Flesh and Blood has as a card game. So, you know, I think it's pretty I think that's pretty awesome. So big fan, really happy about that. But that closes it out for us. So I appreciate everybody coming out for watching. So does on behalf of myself, James, and John, we appreciate you guys for coming and having fun. It's a super requirement. You got to enjoy yourself. We appreciate you guys for coming out, and we would love to see you in one of our future events. So Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Armory Blitz on Friday, Armory Classic Constructed on Sundays. On behalf of Out of the Box Gaming, which is what we are wrapping up coverage for here. Out of the Box Gaming Store, local to Thomasville, North Carolina. If you're looking to, if you like these decks, if you liked what Freddie had, and you're like, I want to build that, check out outoftheboxgaming.com, and you can get those cards that you need, and he'll get them out to you. So don't be afraid to do that. Reach out and get that stuff, and come play at one of the events. Come have fun. Come enjoy stuff. We'd love to see you. If not, just come chat out. Come hang out on the Discord, find some pickup games, or just chat with me. That way I'm not just talking to myself the whole time. So, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. So, I mean, we would. It would just be a little bit more sadder. I jest. But, again, that wraps it up for us. We'll catch you guys on Friday.